Good morning. Is it from Sister's Lab? Well, I'm just checking in. Just wanting to say I'm still alive and kicking. We're back from Changdao, the little town just about 100 kilometers from here, where we had a wonderful time for 3 days. And now I'm back. And it's our last week here with the kids in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and I just don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay here in the house, and I just have this feeling of I got to finish up my stuff. Lots of things that I've started, lots of projects. I don't know, I'm just finishing up. So yesterday I was watching tennis. It's the Australian Open again, and for the first time I was just sitting on the couch. It was actually the first time in 2 months that I watched TV. So I was just sitting in front of the TV, and I thought, I want to do something. I need to make something. And I remember a photo I saw of this beautiful necklace. So immediately, once again, I used what I have to create this. I didn't go and buy anything, even though I'm at the kids. I used the stuff that I had to create this, and I absolutely love it. It is very, very, what's the word? Not perfect. This is not perfect at all. You can see I used my 2 beautiful acorns that I bought at the shop when I went to Wararat Market. I decided I want to use them. And then I just put this one on as well. This is loose. I can just take it off. And some of the things my friends send me from over the world, I've just added in. A little thing here that says gratefulness, a little angel at the back. I'm not sure what I put on, but isn't this gorgeous? So this, to create this necklace, is really the easiest thing ever if you just work loosely. If there is no trace of perfectionism, and if you just go with the flow and just play. You can see it is very loosely done. Some places I wrapped, some places I made little stitches through and not wrap. I changed my colors, depend on what cloth I had. I added in some of the wooden beads the kids have. I love it. I had to put a little orange in just for accent. And you can see there, I wanted it loose. There's a little dangly in that I just loosely tied it on. My acorns, just worked it in very loosely. I even put my gratitude little bead thing on with a safety pin. Some of them I placed together, some apart and wrap. There you can see a little dragonfly. So this is, you just sit, you just start, and you just sew pieces of cloths together. I've shown you this previous video, I think, where I showed you how I made my jewelry. I showed you exactly how to do it. This is one that I made for Zana. Just a little bracelet. The same idea. I use different colors, cloth. I use different types. With this one, I wanted to go the pure linen cotton road. So this is real cotton and linen. This is just anything that I have. You can use whatever you have, then you just add in whatever blows your hair back, and voila. What I just want to say is, I used this, I tore strips out, and I used that as my base, like this, 2 pieces, and then I started wrapping. Next time, I will use a thinner base. Really, it's much easier when it's not as thick, especially when you start working. So I actually thought afterwards, a nice piece of a nice thick piece of t-shirting that is much softer will work lovely. So you just start to twirl it like this. Look how beautiful already. You can twirl it over something. I've had a piece of rope here. Some of these previously I did with rope. I'm busy. I was actually on my way to tell you about the jeans that I bought and are busy fixing. But now I first got to show you this. I don't know. But it was a kind of a piece of soft rope, about a little bit thinner than this. That also works beautifully. They use cable ties. You can use anything. But I love the softness when I use, especially making this. I absolutely love this because this is my earthy feel. This gives me a very earthy feel that this doesn't. But this is just as beautiful. So it depends what you like to wear. A friend showed me photos. She's from America. After I made the video of how I made all my bangles, she said she used cable ties. You cut off the thick piece and you just glue it together and you just wrap. And she made 3 that was absolutely gorgeous. Photos she sent me of 3 where she used sari silk. I mean, gorgeous, beautiful. So you can use sari silk. You can use pure linens to get this feel. You can use sari silk to get a more flamboyant feel. I'm going to do that. She also sent me 3 beautiful, but another friend sent me 3 packets of sari silk. I mean, it's my color. I'm now so sad it's in my room, but it's my orange. It's that green. Maria, that's her name. She sent me previously a packet here to Thailand with a small piece of the green that I made a necklace with. And then when I made the previous video, she realized, and I cannot find sari silk here. I haven't looked at Waterrot Market yet. I'm sure I will find there. But she lovingly sent me more. And guess what? Her colors was the green, then the orange, and then I think a cream, something like this, an orange. Oh, man, it's just absolutely fantastic. So I want to use that as another bangle or a thing like this. But compare that now with your danglings, your beads. Oh, it's just awesome. I even bought a dress that I cut up so that I can have all of these buttons and things to make for Zana, my granddaughter. But can you imagine, you have your base now, and I just saw this, and you just wrap this around. So immediately you have your beads. This is just absolutely crazy. So you can wrap that over your cable tie, or your piece of whatever you're using. And look at that. There I have a gorgeous bangle with all the danglings. Look at that. For a little girl, or I mean, really, if you're going out, it's so easy. So this is just such a lovely thing. And as I was doing this, I was thinking about, I want to make for me to wear this earthy one. And as I was sitting, as I said yesterday, in front of the TV, I just knew that it's time. And I absolutely loved creating it. And then after I created the base where I put all these in, then I started doing the danglings. So I like that one to be the bottom and low, and then like this. But can you imagine now like this with a little jacket on, pure linen jacket or cotton? It's gonna be gorgeous. So let me show you what I did this morning. This is one of the jeans I bought at the dumping ground. Isn't this amazing? I never wear the high up, but I mean, this one is absolutely number fit. All I need to do is just use a belt to keep it up. It's high enough up to be in the middle. And I must admit, you look much thinner when you wear an up one. But look how gorgeous. The only problem it had was, there you can see, it was also broken like this. And I really didn't want my flesh up here to peek through. So what I did just before the video was, I just took a piece of cloth and I just sewed it in the inside. I also didn't want to do it in color because I like to jazz myself up with things like this, and not really lots of, I like a plain black jean or blue jean, whatever, even love when it's broken, but I didn't feel like going contrast, and then it's kind of, I don't know, I just like it plain. So I bought this jean. It still had its tickets on, and I just looked at it, measured it kind of, and thought, you know what, I really want to make another skirt out of a jean. I'm going to buy it for that. I think it was 30 Rand, 60 baht, so less than $3, brand new. So I thought, you know, I'm going to make a skirt. When I got back, I did tell you this in a previous video, it fit like this, absolutely, perfectly. I would have bought this. This is how good it fits, and nicely. I mean, look, it is just lovely. And I never, as I said, I never wear the high ones because I've got a short body and they're always, I feel like rolling them up always. But this one is high enough that it's really not, I don't get that feel of I need to roll it up. So I'm over the moon with this. As I said, the only thing was there, and I realized that's absolutely nothing. So I took my sewing machine and I was just sewing a patch underneath it. I didn't even go over it because I like the looseness. I just went around and around very loosely, So now you still see the thing, broken pieces. I love that, but not my flesh. So that was the first thing I did. Then I bought another one. I mean, I went there again. This was a Levi. Take note. This was also 60 baht. Less than $2. Also brand new. I mean, ridiculously brand new. When I picked it up and everything, I knew it was too big. It was 2 sizes above me or 1 size. You never know, actually, with these things. But I thought, you know what? For that price, a Levi, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try fixing it. And that is what I want to show you. I did fix it because I looked at YouTube many ways how to fix a jean that is too big. But my problem always when I have jeans that's too big, you cannot really sew. It is just too thick and it just never looks right. And then I saw the idea where they use the yarn. They just make a mark here. You will see. YouTube. If you've got a jean that's too big, just go YouTube and go how to make a jean smaller or whatever, you will find this. So you take your jean, you make your marks, and then you just work. And then you pull it in, and it pulls in like this. At this stage, I didn't have thick black yarn. So I had blue, so I used the blue. Because it's at the back. You're never going to see it, even though there's a little piece sticking through. So most probably... I know myself, I will redo this at a later stage because I don't like that blue there. Even though I'm definitely not a perfectionist, I don't like the blue idea. But once again, who's going to see that at the back? All my things are over. So I fixed it. It is now lovely. It was also, the crutch was too low. Yes, it was really too high up, but not a high one. So it was that one that I wanted to turn around. So I thought, you know what? It is a little big. Let me just open it up. So I cut the whole thing open, the inside, and I took it about that much in. So now it's great. It's still a little bit, that's why I'm now, why this one is here. I'm not 100% satisfied with it yet. And this is what I'm also want to say. When you buy at the charity shop, you never know what you're going to get. And then sometimes you buy the stuff and then you need to change it. What I'm learning is just do one little thing. And then you wear it again and look at it. And then you do another little thing, whatever. Don't try and do too much. Because lots of time I then mess it up. Because I started too big. You know what I mean? You want to do too much at once. And then, oh, I cut too much off here. And, oh, I shouldn't have. So I'm learning to just do one step at a time and then put it on again, wear it a little bit, and then do the next step. So I actually finished it. I even gave it another stitch that I'm now very sad about. And then I watched another video where they said you can, if the crutch is too low in front, you just cut a little piece off of the front part, not the back. I did both. Now it's fine, but still a little bit here, a little bit full here. So I can open this up again. This is stretchy. This is very stretchy. So I've got lots to work with actually. And so very easily I can just cut that seam right off and then just a little bit take off more in the front, you know. Then another thing I'm not 100% sure of. This one has very big broken pieces. It's like this. It's really big and it sits just there at my knees. And I'm not sure I like it. It's not that I don't like it. I love a tear thing like this one that I've got on. But this is very crazy. This is just, you can see, it is ripped open and whatnot. So I now need to make a decision. If I cut the crutch and the things open, then I need to fix this as well. Once again, by putting something underneath. But now I'm also thinking, this is black. This is black. Do I really need two? So why not spruce this up and make this another color? You know, go for it. Now, just go for it. Just add in different colors. Perhaps slow stitch beautifully all over again. Do something different. Isn't that exciting? This is the excitement about, once again, thrifting. Because if I now really mess this up totally, so what? It cost me $2. So, you know, as I was talking to you now, I'm actually deciding. I also, a while back, while I was here, I really miss my eco-dye fabrics. I didn't feel really like doing it. Eco-dyeing, you know, it's a big job. You've got the pot, you need to boil it, and it takes time and messiness and so on. So I really didn't want to do that here at the kids. But I missed my cloths, you know. So one day I just took some craft paints and I just dyed some cloths. So this one was just black. It was the cream piece. It was a piece like this, but just cream. I bought at the charity shop. Let me just get it. I don't actually know. Oh, there it is. I'm coming. And I must admit, my jean is wearing fantastically. That's the thing also. You know, you can see something, you can put it on in the shop and you think it's going to be nice, and then when you put it on, it just does not wear nicely. Well, I put this on just before the video. I walked there and everything, and I love it. It wears, it's just lovely. So I love it. So I bought this pure cotton, a duvet cover. This was the other side. And just because I really need it in my things that I'm creating, I need cotton, you know. It was all blingy, and so I bought this. And then I thought, okay, I just want to have some nice eco-dyed pieces that I can work with. After I did it, I think my son, or I don't know who, asked me. He actually thought he wanted to throw it away. He said it looks like the cloths that he's working on his car with, and that is true. I said, no, you don't touch it. It is my lappies, you know, my things. So I did this. I mean, this is now just, I'm just telling you whatever I feel like telling you. I don't know what this is, video is. So what I did was I took some craft paint actually, and I did my usual way, you know, I wetted it, dried it out, wring it out, and then I just, this you can see, pure, this was like this. So I just took black. I put it on my hands, blobs of black, and I just did this. And I just wring it a little bit, pushed it, whatever. I kept it like this, and I threw it on the grass, and it lied there until the next day. Then I opened it up, still a little wet. Then I hanged it, and look at this. Isn't this just gorgeous? This is just gorgeous. I did tell you once previously, my sister-in-law and her kids, they had a shop that had all the pure linen things in, and they saw me doing this, and I had to create some duvet covers like this, cushions, call it, even charongs. I mean, that was very, very difficult. They sent me 4 or 5 pure cotton charongs, you know, those that you can use over your costume or over your pajamas, nightie, and I had to do this. That was a challenge. To take those beautiful pure cream linens, beautiful charongs, and then do this. But I did, and people loved it, and so yeah, crazy, but yes. This I just did the same. I just added a little bit of yellow, so it just gave it a yellowish color. So long story short, this is actually the ones that I thought to put in these slits. You know, it just gives it a little bit of oomph, but not too much. Because I am going to keep that. I'm not going to cut that. So you need to stretch it. It's stretched, and then just go with it over. So I don't know. So I also took this, and then I dyed it with watercolor paint. Didn't work very nicely. I did the same idea, and then I went and I got the turmeric. So just a piece of cloth that is not pure white cream, just a little bit of color that I can work with. When my kids ask me what I'm gonna do, I used pink. What I'm gonna use it for, I really don't know. But I did use it in this. But that made it more difficult. That's why I actually started to wrap. More wrap than little stitches to and fro and through and whatever, because the acrylic ink, acrylic paint is plastic, you know, so it's very hard to work with your hands through it. It's the same when you jelly plate print and you use acrylic paint. It's very difficult to get through with a needle, slow stitching. So this was the same. That's why I say every time you do something, you create something, it teaches you stuff, you know, and then you will just, next time you will just do it differently. So I am now, I think, going for a massage, because I don't know when I'm going to get time for that before we fly out. So I think today it's finishing up my stuff, going for a massage. And yes, I did go to the hole again, to the gat yesterday, even though I have no idea how I am going to get all my finds home, all my things that I bought. I always call it my finds. I find it all over the place. I just had to go yesterday, and I said, I am really just going to buy what really, 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 really makes me very happy. Well, at the end, I came back with such a big bag full. Once again, they're now in the room. It was one linen little top for me, beautiful colors, little bit bright flowers colors. So I thought, you know what, I can always coffee dye it, tea dye it, just tone it down a little bit. And then I found a beautiful shirt for the friend that's looking after the house and the dogs. So Carl got a beautiful, I don't know, a name brand. But when I got to the men's shirts, they were absolutely spectacular, brand new. I got a polo shirt, a white stripe for husband. You know, when you look at the collar and you look at the name tag and that looks brand new, then you can buy it, because then that person has never wore it or once or twice. So I got him a polo, and I don't even know all the other names. I don't know name brands and stuff, but I could see those things were fantastic. So how can I leave it? You know, it was 20 Rand each, $1 for a man polo shirt. It's ridiculous. So I think I bought him 5. It's lovely. Some long sleeve, some short sleeve, and some from made in India, and name it, it's all over. So yes, I had once again a fantastic trip to the dumping ground of the West. And as I told my kids, and Jenny, my daughter-in-law, she couldn't believe what I found. I said, we're never going to buy in the big shops in South Africa again. I mean, if I come here once a year, twice a year, this is where I'm going to buy husband and my clothing. Let's say, I really don't think I used 1,000 Rand with all the trips I went. So 1,000 Rand is 5 times, oh gosh, it's about $5 in 100, so $50. So for $50 I bought. You know what I bought? I mean, I've showed you some of the stuff, and it's ridiculous. I buy one jean like this. You guys too. I mean, go into an ordinary shop. Not even a boutique thing. I'm talking ordinary. You will pay for this about 650 Rand if you're lucky. I mean, not a Levi, that is thousands. But so one jean, one of my 2 jeans that I really love and gonna wear for years, and that I actually need because my black one at home is done now. I wore it. And one shirt for hubby and one jean for me is the amount that is 1,000 Rand, if I'm very lucky. So that's what I got. Bags full of clothing. Really, yes, more than we need. But I mean, I'm not going to buy anything else for us. I'm now not talking about, you know, these type of tops and things. You don't get this here. I did find a black one. So I'm just over the moon with my finds. And I've also said now we need, that's why I said I need now to start sorting out. Sorting out the boxes that's here with all my things I've showed you previously. There's all my stuff. My box filled with cloths and my little wooden thing there with all my papers and bookmaking things in. So I need to sort that out. I need to sort out my jeans. Luckily, this one I will now be able to wear from now on, and we're gonna go to Singapore for 3 days. And so I will be able to wear this. So I need to fix things for the kids and, get all my things sorted out. And so that's where I am. And I'm actually at a good place. I must admit and really tell you, I made many videos previously telling you about my rejection issues because I'm adopted and blah, 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 and the healing that I've received and how I always heartbroken when I have to say goodbye and things. I can really feel I am really doing well, and I'm so grateful. I cannot tell you. I am so grateful. Yes, I'm going to be sad. That's normal, but not sick. I physically became ill because I need to say goodbye. So I really did receive healing over the years, and I am just so grateful. So yes, I'm finishing up, need to cut husband's hair and all of these type of things. But thank you that I can share my journey. And really thank you for all your love and care, and it's really the small things. It's the small things in life that touches us very deeply. This morning as I was stitching here, I heard the little scooter and I realized it's the cleaning lady, but it's not her day. All she did was she brought us a packet of jackfruit. She cleaned it. It's in a plastic bag, and she just, out of her garden, blessed us with it. And both me and husband got tears in our eyes because it touched us so deeply. It is the small things. As I said, my friend that she listened on a video and the stuff that she sent, everybody, it's just, I am receiving so much love and care, and just by the things that you write, and it's just, I'm just grateful, and it really is the small things. It really is just the sentence that you sent, after a video and something touched you and you just share something or whatever. It's the small things that makes life in this realm meaningful. And we must never think that we don't have anything to give. We all are just abundant life. And I'm starting to really see. So I went into this one temple yesterday, my video of yesterday. And I was too early for the hut, to go and buy at the charity thing. It only opens at 10. So I thought, okay, I'm going to stop at the temple. I'm cycling past, and I was stopping and thinking, let me just go in. I've been in so many times. And I was slowing down. I was present there. And I started to look at the beautiful paintings on the walls, and I've did it many times, but this time I really saw the smaller ones. I mean, they're still big, but much smaller. And guess what? On there, it was just paintings of ordinary people doing ordinary things. There was a band playing music, then there was people dancing. There were even, the funniest to me was two guys carrying a drunk away. Really, ordinary life. Little children eating ice cream, one shooting a gun, a pregnant woman standing there with a little girl pressed just next to her, looking at all these things. And it just came up to me. That is where life can be found. In the ordinary things, in us, doing ordinary things. That is where life is. That is life. The life is in us, through us, and we just live. do our ordinary things. That's where life can be found. You know, our spiritual life, our source, our being is there while we do things. The things, in doing the ordinary things, we are living. That's where life can be found. It's so simple. It's not, it's not going into a temple and that is, life is there. No. You know, we all grew up and believe in religion, no matter what type or where, and you believe, whatever your religion taught you, that you need to do this and you need to do that and everything to find life. And it was so simple when I stood there and I just saw paintings of where life is and can be found in us doing ordinary things. The woman bringing the jackfruit, that is life in abundance. It was just awesome. Love you lots. Is it from Zitster's?